Hi, Kennedy kids. It's Miss Paulson. I'm sitting at home missing you all, but I am excited to share with you a second lesson this week. And today we are going to focus on folk music, specifically American folk. Now, if my computer, there it goes, will show you. Specifically today, I'm going to individually show you most of these instruments you see here. Just an FYI, I know I said it before, but when I say folk music, I'm specifically talking about American folk, like bluegrass, Appalachian, like that kind of mountain music sound. But just so you know, if you go to Mexico, if you go to Russia, if you go to Japan, anywhere in the world, every country and so many different regions, they have their own type of folk music. Folk music, it just means it's of the folks, it's of the people. The instruments I'm going to show you today are the violin, the mandolin, banjo, guitar, the dobro, which is also called the resonator guitar, and then I won't show you this one individually, but you'll see it pop up. It's the double bass. We're going to start with the violin. Sometimes in bluegrass they call it a fiddle. It's the same instrument, no different. And this woman, Annie, it says her name is, she's going to be playing a song called the Orange Blossom Special. It's supposed to sound like a train station. Take a listen. Pause in just a second. So that there is the violin played in kind of a folk setting. You can hear people were excited and celebrating. This right here is a mandolin. A mandolin is kind of like a very small guitar. From what I hear, it's a little harder than guitar because typically instead of just strumming, they pick, which is like instead of just strumming across with your fingers, you pick at each string individually a lot of the time. And it's smaller, so it's a little tougher on your hands, but it's really fun to play. I'm going to move on from there. That was the mandolin. And this young lady here is going to play an awesome banjo. I'm very impressed because she seems like she might be in elementary school herself and is very talented and has worked very hard. You can see her finger on her thumb. She's wearing a finger pick. These fingers change. This is lower, this is higher. The lower she goes down. She's playing outside. Somebody's out here gardening. Folk music tends to be pretty casual. And word of advice, if I ever play a song for you in a quiz and you don't know if it's folk or not, if you hear a banjo, it is for sure folk. Here is the guitar, and this guy is playing definitely in a distinctive folk style. don't worry about the number of the website at the bottom. It looks like this guy does guitar lessons, which is cool because he's a great guitarist, obviously. And then here is a Dobro. It's also called the resonator guitar. Dobro is like the brand name, but it's so common that a lot of people just call it the Dobro. If you look, you're going to see with this guy, a Dobro means instead of having the shape that you usually see in a guitar, they have this big steel plate, and it makes it have this like real twang to it. It feels very bluegrassy. It's one of my favorite instruments. He is also playing Orange Blossom Special, which is that train song. He's got metal on his fingers, both hands it looks like. And moving on. Oop, too far. There we go. Double bass. Now, I don't have a video for this one because typically double bass, they don't always get the most solos. They tend to play the background. They tend to perform or provide the bass line so that the rest of the group has something to build on top of. But I want to say there's something really cool about the double bass in that if you play it, you can play in classical form, you can play in folk style, you can play in jazz style. All three of these almost always have a double bass. So I always tell students, you play a double bass, you'll probably always have a job because every type of group in the world, almost all of them, a lot of them are going to have the double bass. Last but not least, I want to show you a big group of people playing these instruments. The only one I think you won't see, I believe, is the Dobro. But you can see she's playing mandolin. Double bass is right here, so you'll get to see that. Guitar, banjo, and I think later the fiddle player will come in. This is called Kentucky Borderline. You'll see she's going to sing, which I love to hear people sing in a folk style too. There we go. Here's the beginning. Banjo.
She pulled out a mobile in the pouring rain, moving through the darkness like a hurricane. From southern Gulfport waters to the Cumberland so green, Louisville to Nashville and all things in between.
Fiddle in the end.
Picking up lost time, heading for that bluegrass state of mine. White smoke rolling, whistle blowing, listen to her engine keeping time.
They're all singing, most of them.
Kentucky borderline.
Banjo solo. Guitar solo. Now that's so hard to do. He is extremely, I was gonna say talented, but it's not talent. He's worked very hard. I want to play so much more, but I'm going to skip to the end just because I know you guys have limited time. Here's the fiddle solo.
White smoke rolling, whistle blowing, listen to Reggie keeping time. Kentucky, borderline. Kentucky, borderline.
Oh, I just like that song. It makes me excited. Now, last but not least, this is an optional assignment, and it's not even really an assignment. I just love to know what you like and what you're enjoying. So out of these instruments, violin, mandolin, banjo, guitar, dobro, double bass, which one did you like the most? And it doesn't mean it's your favorite for forever. I just mean today when you were watching, which one did you go, oh, I really like the sound of that. That was cool. And that's all for this. And I miss you guys so much. I'll probably post a question later this week because I just want to know if there are songs you want me to share on our Monday mornings, like old favorites. But I'll post that later this week. For now, bye-bye.